Welcome to Notification Squad, the show that takes people behind channel Frederator, puts them in front of the camera to read your comments. My name is Cade.
I'm Alyssa, and today we're talking about old Nicktoons versus new Nicktoons.
Bum 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 bum. So Alyssa, there's new Nicktoons, there's old Nicktoons, but what defines an old Nicktoon?
Well, I would say that for us 90s kids, that old classic Nicktoons are probably from 1991 to like maybe 1999, 2000.
Yeah, 2000.
So you got like Rugrats, Cat Dog,
Doug, Rocko, Hey Arnold, Angry Beavers.
And then I guess new Nicktoons is The Loud House. You can count SpongeBob since it's still going on. And then the new shows that are coming out like Welcome to the Wayne and more episodes of Bunsen is a Beast.
Correct, yep.
And that's like today versus back in the day.
Right, but you know, I think one like big gap that a lot of people don't remember or even think about or even talk about is like the middle Nicktoons. That's what we're gonna call them. We're gonna call them the middle Nicktoons.
They're like the middle child that
it's like
sometimes
this,
you forget about.
Yeah, it's like this solid gap, right? So SpongeBob first aired in 1999, so we're definitely classifying it as an old Nicktoon.
Yeah.
But the middle gap, so we're pretty much around like 2001, I want to say, like right after As Told by Ginger.
Oh yeah.
You know, so that's when Zim came out, My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Yeah. Oh, and Avatar.
Avatar.
Like Danny Phantom. How can we forget that?
That's like the middle gap.
Yeah, from like I guess like 2000, 2001 to 2005.
Ish.
Right?
Like that. Yeah, maybe 2010. I don't know.
But then there's like this weird period after 2005 to like today. That's like cartoons that we all forget about.
Yes.
For the most part, like Cat Scratch.
What?
And El Tigre.
Is that a wrestling show?
El Tigre? He's like a superhero.
I think I was in college during this time.
No, that's Mucha Lucha. That's a different channel.
Oh, okay.
Don't get them confused.
What else? There's other ones. There's the one you were showing,
the Mighty
one.
Bee. Oh, Mr. Meatley.
Okay, I liked the Mighty Bee. I do remember watching the Mighty Bee.
Yeah.
I remember liking that one.
But these shows, like, people don't remember them as much because they came out and then like that was it. Like they had like one season or maybe like a couple episodes and then Nickelodeon didn't really air them anymore. And I think I have a solution to why that happened.
Okay.
So in 2005, something big happened to entertainment. Do you know what that is?
Yes, the Xbox 360 came out.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yes.
That's
That's
true.
it, right?
Yeah, I guess kids played Call of Duty back in 2005. But no, actually, YouTube.
Oh, this site.
Yes, what we're on right now.
Okay.
Hello.
YouTube.com.
Yeah, I think because YouTube and the internet was growing into the next thing for entertainment, especially for kids. Kids stopped watching cartoons on TV.
True. And smartphones too. I grew up with like dial-up and really slow internet,
me
and
too.
when you get fast internet immediately, it's like you can watch stuff all the time.
And you can watch it like anywhere that you really want, like on the train.
That's
like,
true.
At your grandma's. Yeah, anywhere.
So kids watch cartoons differently.
Yes.
So that's a great theory, and I don't think you're wrong. But I think another part played into it as well. I think it is like the live action stuff as well. And that's not to say that Nickelodeon didn't do live action before, because they did all that, Kenan and Kel, like Amanda Show. But I think like after Lizzie McGuire and That's So Raven came out, which is right around the same time. Like
that
Nickelodeon was also like, you know what, they're doing live action stuff that's really popular, we should do more of that.
So they did a lot more. I remember like when iCarly came out and then like Victorious, and they just like were throwing out all these different live action shows, and they just thought maybe we should start moving away from cartoons to get kids to watch our channel. And that's why I think the cartoons like Cat Scratch and El Tigre, they have humor that kind of goes with like internet humor, but it just didn't work. Kids weren't waking up on a Saturday morning watching TV anymore. They were waking up and they were going onto YouTube and watching cartoons.
Smosh.
Yes.
Maybe.
Probably.
You know, those guys. But so I think a lot of people have nostalgia goggles for the 90s cartoons in particular, right? You know, like Cat Dog's an okay cartoon. It's pretty good, but it's not my favorite. Like we were talking about, like if Rugrats came out today, would I love it? I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm 28, so I don't know.
It's different. I mean, and we're also adults who watch cartoons, so it's like maybe this humor that kids love on today's cartoons just isn't for us.
Well,
it's for them.
With that being said, The Loud House is very good.
Yes, yes. What started our conversation last week when we prompted it was, is the Loud House becoming the new SpongeBob? And what we mean by that is, can the Loud House last as long as SpongeBob? Because SpongeBob, like we said, is going on since like the late 90s. And it's still going, and it's gone up and down. Like people like are like, I don't really like the new SpongeBob, but now I think it's kind of back with like the humor. I've heard.
Great. I mean, Sponge Out of Water was really good.
Yeah.
Like the movie was really good.
So I think the Loud House is definitely going to be be a great show that will last multiple generations.
Yep, and they've already proven that they can change the voice actor many times.
I know,
so.
Cade didn't even know. I'm like, do you not watch our 107s?
And I said, I forgot.
But I think that the Loud House is great for every generation. Like, as an adult, I really like it, and kids really seem to love it. I think Nickelodeon's starting to get how people watch cartoons nowadays because you can find it really anywhere, and they constantly play the Loud House on TV, but you can find it on like all different streaming sites except Netflix. But like for most part, you can easily get access to it.
Well, what I love about the Loud House is that catchy theme song.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, and some of your favorite cartoons have catchy theme songs, and it does such a good job of like kind of paying homage to those.
I think that was what Chris Savino, the creator of the show, like really wanted, was that
so
it gives you a nostalgia feel even though it's a new show.
Yes, totally.
Giorgios from Facebook says, it varies on the show, not the time period. Us older fans remember only the good stuff. We have forgotten all the other shows because they were either not good or not memorable. Same will happen to the new generation.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah,
actually.
like we were saying, like sometimes like you go back and you watch these shows, like if I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch an old episode of Rugrats. You watch one episode and you're like, wow, this was a good time, but like, am I gonna watch more of it?
Yeah,
like,
there's like specific episodes that you like, but you're not gonna love the whole entire show. I think you know, our audience in particular, those of you watching, we have like a group that likes only the new stuff. We have a group that likes that middle gap that we talked about, and then we have the nostalgia group. And you know, that's just how it is. And I think this comment is spot on.
Yes. Yeah. That's how everybody's feeling. Good
Thanks.
job.
Thanks, Georgios. The real CG Dean on Instagram said, Ren and Stimpy and Rocko would never fly nowadays. That's why I pick old Nicktoons.
Yeah, I feel like as the years progress, there's what's classified as like a children's cartoon, like what's hidden, like you know, like hidden dirty jokes. But I feel like back then it was so loose.
Yes.
Especially since Nickelodeon was like one of the first few like cartoon networks that were based for kids, so they didn't really know how far to go with these jokes.
Well, the other thing is like Adult Swim wasn't around, you know, and like Family Guy was not on air.
No,
like,
I think it was mostly just like The Simpsons.
So it's totally, yeah, exactly. The Simpsons was probably the only one. So one thing about the 90s Nicktoons is they all kind of shared a similar style, like Rugrats, Auro Monsters, Rocket Power. It was all Clash Geek Shupo. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, yell at me in the comments. But you know, I feel like you see that a lot with cartoons in general, especially on Cartoon Network as well. It's like, you know, everyone has kind of noodle arms, you know, and it's just like, it's a style, it's just a trend that happens. And I think that maybe we're gonna start seeing that again with, you know, Loud House, because it's really a breath of fresh air. It's, you know, it's a new art style that's sort of like got that Peanuts, like Sunday comics feel to it. So maybe we're gonna see that sort of trend. I don't know.
I also think that ever since Adventure Time started in like 2010, that also kicked off like a whole new era of how cartoons do plots.
Right.
Like the Loud House, like each individual episode is pretty simple.
Contained,
it's like it's a sitcom kind of feel. But like, is there an over arc that's like Steven Universe or like Adventure Time? Like, probably not.
Yeah, it's not as, I wouldn't say it's like as big.
Yeah, but I think that because there's so many characters and they're honing in on each character and like their, I mean, characteristics. I keep saying the word character, but like,
character.
yes, it's kind of like they're like real people.
They're not though. They're characters.
Yes, but like, I feel like they're very relatable. Like, you can relate to Lincoln even if you don't have 10 siblings.
Well, that's what you said yesterday. I believe it was. It was like, well, there's like a sister at every age. So you can always like relate to one, even as like you're growing up.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's going to last longer, because either they keep them all the same age or they make them grow with you as the show continues. Like, there's so many things that are potential.
Or they have another baby.
That too. Maybe that's what the movie will be about in 2020.
Ooh. Wait, is it really 2020?
Yes. Do you not watch our 107s?
On Twitter, Carson says, Loud House, I like, but it doesn't change my love for Rugrats and Doug.
It doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to. You can still love those shows.
Yeah.
I mean, I can definitely see some similarities between like Rugrats and Loud House, like the way like some of the plots unfold.
Oh yeah.
Doug, maybe not so much. Not a lot happens in Doug. Just kind of there. So thank you so much for your comments on this week's discussion. Alyssa, if they want to be a part of the conversation next week, what do they got to do?
They got to go to the pinned comment and tell us their favorite episode of the Pokemon anime, because we're talking about the 20th anniversary of it.
Ooh, 20 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next segment, which is Notification Squad. Alyssa, what is Notification Squad?
It's when we shout out comments from our past few videos.
That's right. And we have comments ready to roll. Moving on to Jerry. Jerry says, number 8, the fan base is full of little kids that go into YouTube comments and act as Pickle Rick. Also little kids acting as Rick and burping. Channel Frederator says, username checks out.
This was on our 7 facts?
Yes, about Rick and Morty Season 3, Episode 2.
Yes. Username checks out, because that's definitely Jerry.
That's definitely a Jerry comment.
Yes.
So way to go, Jerry. Thanks for commenting. Next comment comes in from Fiacra Mckenna. I loved when SpongeBob fought Godzilla.
Oh yeah, that's from the network collab, correct?
Yes. And if you missed it, you should definitely go check it out. It's so cool. It's like SpongeBob animated in a bunch of different styles, and there is a literal Godzilla fighting a giant SpongeBob mech.
Good for you. Stop motion type things. I love them.
How do they do it? How do they do it?
So much patience.
Go check that out if you haven't seen it already. Alyssa, the squad leader this week is an unlisted user. No, that's the username.
Oh, okay.
That's the username. It's unlisted user. He says, I am a very simple man. I see a channel Frederator video. I like it.
Oh.
Very nice of you, unlisted user.
That's very sweet.
And I thought that was deserving of a Notification Squad Leader badge. Yes, I'm glad you hit it, because I was about to. Thank you so much for watching and being part of the conversation. Remember to join the discussion for next week, which is all about Pokemon, by commenting in the pinned comment down below. Alyssa, if they want their voices heard on next week's episode, what do they got to do?
Well, they can call 917-408-FRED and leave a voicemail reading our schedule in under 17 seconds. Now, where do you find the schedule? Well, we post it on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and Instagram, and all you got to do is just call in. That's it. That's how you get featured.
And remember, Frederator loves you.
Hi, my name's Marley. I'm from upstate New York, and here's next week's schedule. Monday, DuckTales references. Tuesday, 7-Star versus Battle for Muni Facts. Wednesday, Then versus Now Tom and Jerry. Thursday, a Rick and Morty theory. Friday, 107 Looney Tunes facts. Saturday, Loud House references. Bye.